First off, you're probably asking, why do I have this old Toy Biz Ghost Rider Danny Ketch bike here with a even older Toy Biz Ghost Rider on it. I actually used that Ghost Rider to customize a They Live alien, and this is back when I just thought we'd see more and more. I always thought once something's made, it's got to be made again, right? Well, Ghost Rider is one of them figures that doesn't come around too often. So when the anniversary was coming up, and there was hints that the Haslab was going to be Ghost Rider, I think we all assumed we were going to get a big update on this. And of course we didn't. We got the Hell Charger. And I think it failed. One, price point. Two, he's not as recognizable. I mean, when you think Ghost Rider, the first thing you think of is a motorcycle. And I think if they did the OG red one, I think if they did update to the one they did like 5 years ago, and especially if they did this one all tricked out with the flames lit up, I don't think you're going to use metal ever. But if you made this look chrome, I think that would have sold, but I still think the price point, if it was $350, wouldn't have. I discussed this before. Once you have a Sentinel and a Galactus and even a big, huge Hiss tank at a $400, $300 price point, you can't go backwards. You can't now make a car at that price point. So we could discuss that over and over. You know, the Rancor did fail. If you want to talk about things that are recognizable, the Rancor, everyone knows who the Rancor is, but is that something you have to have in your collection? You know, of all the things that was in Return of the Jedi, you know, that I would want for the Black Series, I don't even, or not Return of the Jedi, but the original trilogy, I don't think Rancor would be in the top 5. So it's not always about things you recognize or things that are classic, but I do think that's a big part of it. And I think they overestimated the popularity of Robbie Reyes. You know, Ghost Rider, the dude needs a motorcycle. That's the first thing that comes to mind. The horse would have been awesome, though. You know, if it's the 40th anniversary or 50th anniversary, I think if you went all out and had the bike, the horse, and the car for $450 like you had for Galactus, and just knocked it all out of the park, one shot, all encompassing Ghost Rider stuff, people would have went nuts. They would have celebrated in the streets. They would have, what's that kid, Danny Yu, that's always talking to people? They would have held him on their shoulders like he won the fucking Super Bowl. But they didn't do that. And I think, you know, after their misfire, and at the very same time, Mattel, you know, getting everything they needed for Eternia, I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if bigger, if they saw that and were like, well, we can get that price point if we go bigger. I don't know what kind of light bulb is going to go off in their heads. And with Hasbro, that scares me. A lot of times they just kind of like clumsily fall into success. I think when you have that much money and you've been rooted in the toy industry for so long, where properties trust you because of your name, I think you can get kind of lazy in your approach, and you start hiring people that aren't passionate. You start hiring the wrong people. And Hasbro, for the most part, I mean, obviously I think they make good stuff. I buy it. But there's been a lot of misses over the years, and a lot of times you remember the success more than the missteps. And I hope that we all, and they do, remember this big misstep. So, you know, here's the other bike they did like 5 years ago. And this was amazing. You know, this bike was still in our heads. And we got this bike, what was it, 2017, 18? I don't know. We got that for like $40, maybe 30. you know, it's kind of plastically. I hate this. Always say I'm going to go in and repaint that. I never have. And that's what Marvel Legends can kind of get away with less detail, because it's from comic book pages where detail isn't always king. You know, maybe the covers, but the pages aren't. So, while we're on the topic of Hasbro, and I love the Classified series, and I saw that I'll bring the picture up. Some key things to look at is most of the things that are in production are going to be held off till after summer of 2023, which I think is ridiculous. When you have McFarlane pumping out stuff, he'll announce something and it'll be on shelves 2 weeks later. I mean, Hasbro has a treasure trove of money and they can't get this stuff out. I think they really are trying to sabotage the G.I. Joe line. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've been to a toy fair and I've had intimate access to people that work for Hasbro, and the higher-ups do not like guns and they don't like war toys. They're still under this impression that kids are buying their action figures. Kids are buying some of their action figures, but they're not buying G.I. Joe. Let me give you something to look at while I ramble. So, they also said they're going to get into the more zanier side of G.I. Joe, and that's not good. If you remember, they started out kind of weird, and we were lukewarm to it. We're going to focus on two things. And it's a matter of over design. I took his little harness off that had that stupid communicator, that blue communicator that every figure seemed to have. Let me see if one of them have it over here. No, it looks like they gave up on that blue communicator because they knew it was stupid. And they also gave up on these boots. When you over design something, it makes it feel like it's not believable. A soldier would never run around in boots like that, then in a shirt like this. This is too Halo Fortnite-y. When you have these nice, clean, laced-in boots, and it screams realism, that's what we like. That's what the adult collector likes, and as of right now, we are still the one buying G.I. Joe. 10 years from now, will we be around? I'm older dude. 10 years, I'll probably finally be trying to maybe go on vacations and travel the world. I don't know if I'll be looking at toy shelves as much as I do now. So I think when they say the weirder and the zanier stuff, the Battle Force they mentioned, the Ninja Force, anything with force in it screams they're going to try hard. And that's what G.I. Joe did in the late 90s and 2000. People were buying Spawn and more adult-orientated toys and figures, and G.I. Joe went in this really wacky, over-designed look, and it didn't do well. And it won't do well again. We want this. We want realism. This is gorgeous. This Sergeant Stalker, I didn't put his stupid scarf on because I didn't need it. This is gorgeous. This is halfway there. The stupid red doesn't make sense. The blue, over design. If they keep going that way, it's going to fail. If they stay that way, it's going to succeed. And if you remember, I talked about it in one of my videos. I don't know how many of you pay attention to a word I say, but I said I was hoping we get 10 more classic figures, and I'll be happy. Some guy was announced from Europe. I wasn't even familiar with that character. I didn't even know who it was. I thought it was Tunnel Rat at first, but they didn't announce someone else. I think they announced Chuckles and 2 other figures. So we're almost to the 10. I said I don't care if they're 5 good guys and 5 bad guys. Just 10 more characters to flesh out this line, and they can go in any zany direction they want. I will save money, and it'll fail. And I kind of think they're trying to sabotage it. like I said, I've heard that the higher ups don't like war toys. That's why when these first came out, they didn't have. This is a gun I got from Bobby Vala's line. You know, this gun looks somewhat real, but they had Nerf guns. They looked like they were probably going to fight aliens and not other humans. So I'm kind of, you know, I saw the Marvel announcements, and it looks like, you know, Marvel Legends are going to be more on the right path with classic figures. That new Spider-Man line is going to kill with Doc Ock finally in there from the movie. I'm not as worried about Marvel Legends. I think they're going to steer the ship right back to classic stuff. Captain America is getting a new figure. Iron Man. You can keep doing them every year as long as you update the molds and improve them, and they will sell. It just is what it is. One day it might change, who knows, but until it does, keep going with the classic stuff, and people will buy it. That's what they like. They have this memory of what their superhero looks like and who it is and the design, and it's been in their heads because it's just been around for so long. It just is what it is. Until these newer characters are around, they're not going to sell. You know, I think the next big thing to, like, maybe stay on shelves forever. You know, Star Wars has been on, I know I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but I know Star Wars has been on shelves since, you know, since they got there in 78 or 82. I think maybe Power Rangers will be the line that stays on shelves forever. I think one day some 50-year-old Power Ranger fan will be talking about what whomever has the line is doing with it. But eventually G.I. Joe and Marvel stuff will go away, and I think Hasbro knows that, and they want to find something that can be the next big thing they can keep around forever. Who knows, maybe it's Fortnite. I don't know. But I know this is a great figure. This is not. And I know why. And I think you probably do as well. You just don't over-design your figure, no matter who it is. So, I don't know. Hope that was fun enough to watch all the way through. Until next time, have fun. Stay safe. And that's it. Take care. Oh, subscribe. So my channel, some videos get some views. I notice people like it. A lot of positive comments. I'm not getting a lot of subs. And I just want to hit like 1,000. Once I hit 1,000 subs, I'll be happy. I just want these videos to be seen and heard. Like I said, I can't go to my job. I'm a garbage man. I can't go to work talking about how Duke is over-designed and Falcon or Sergeant Stalker isn't. I'd get fired or put in the insane asylum. I have a few friends in real life that are collectors. Jacob, the two Johns, Elliot, if you're watching, what's up, guys? Kevin, Kev Walsh, love you, man. But, you know, we can't talk about it every minute. So these videos are for me to vent and to talk and to gain an audience that I can talk to. And I see you guys comment, and I love it. You know, the Galactus video, guy was talking about his statues, how he's going into collecting statues. Someone else got lucky in a raffle. I like seeing that stuff. When I'm at work and I get a comment, and it's something cool, a cool story, I love it. So, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Oh, yeah, subscribe. Subscribe, take care, and like the video. Till next time.